There are two ways we can update an existing document in Cloud Firestore. One is using the setDoc method. The other one is the updateDoc method. In this lecture, I will be showing you how to update an existing document in the Cloud Firestore using the setDoc method. Let's take a look at the data that has already been added inside the Cloud Firestore database. As you can see, I have a collection called cities, and it has only one document with the auto-generated ID. And the document has three fields: country, name, and province. Pretty straightforward. With the setDoc method, we can either update this document completely, which pretty much replaces the entire document with new data, or we can update partially, meaning we will update one or more fields in the document. Let's see how to update a document entirely with the new data using the setDoc method first. In order to update the data entirely using the setDoc method, we need three things: database, where we want to update data to; the doc method, which is where we will be passing the existing collection name that we want to update one of its documents; and the existing document ID that we want to update the fields into. Finally, the setDoc method, which is where we actually pass our data along with the doc method. In order to access these, first import Firestore and destructure get Firestore doc and setDoc from the Firestore import statement. So at the top, import opening and closing curly braces from Firebase/Firestore inside quotes and semicolon. Inside the curly braces, type get Firestore, doc, setDoc, like so. Now that we have access to the database and the methods we need, the next step is to initialize the Firestore database. So const space db get Firestore, opening and closing parentheses and semicolon. I'm going to pass the app object here. Once we have initialized the Firestore, the third step is to actually make a query to the Cloud Firestore using the setDoc method. Hey, I just want to remind you to download the free PDF of Essential Firestore CRUD queries that shows all the source code with a detailed explanation covered in this tutorial and beyond. Grab your copy now, and the link is in the description below. Let's declare it setDoc, opening and closing parentheses. This setDoc method will take two arguments. The first one is the doc method as an argument, and the second argument is actual data. Let's take a look at the first argument, doc method. This doc method takes three arguments, which are pretty straightforward. The first one will be the database, the second argument will be the collection name, and the third argument will be the existing document ID that we want to update data to. Let's see that in action. Inside the setDoc parentheses, type doc, opening and closing parentheses. So the first argument will be the database, so db, the second argument will be a collection name, in this case cities. The third argument of the doc method is the document ID that we want to update data to. To find the document ID, go to the Firebase Firestore database and copy the document ID from the second column, come back to the code and paste it in quotes like this. The second argument of the setDoc method is the actual data that we want to update entirely. So opening and closing curly braces, title, Vancouver, in quotes, province name, British Columbia, in quotes, country code, GA, in quotes. The setDoc method will return a promise, so let's chain the then and catch functions to it. After the parenthesis, dot then, opening and closing parenthesis, and pass arrow function as an argument. So opening and closing parenthesis equals angle bracket, opening and closing curly braces, and I'm going to console log entire data has been updated successfully in quotes and semicolon. Then catch method. After the then function, type dot catch opening and closing parenthesis. This also takes an error function. So error equals angle bracket opening and closing curly braces. Then I'm going to console log the error and semicolon. As you can see, the data we want to add has new keys as well as values completely different than the existing document fields. When we run this query, what will happen is the setDoc method will try to find the document ID that I have specified as a third argument in the doc method here. If it finds it, it will just replace the entire document with the new data that we pass in here, including the field name and field value. If it cannot find the document ID, it will just create a new document inside the cities collection. Okay, let's run the code. So open up the terminal window and run node space index.js. Come back to the Firestore database and you can see the entire data has been changed. Nice. Next, let's see how to update just one or more fields using the setDoc method instead of replacing the entire document. To do that, all we have to do is to add a third argument to the setDoc method with the property called merge::true. So after the second argument of the doc method, which is data, then comma, opening closing curly braces, then merge::true. So what will happen when using merge::true? It allows changing the updating behavior of the query with 4 different behaviors. Let's take a look at it one by one. Before going into those 4 behaviors, let's just quickly take a look at the Cloud Firestore database to see what we are going to update to. The collection cities has one document with 3 fields: name, province, country. Okay, let's see the first scenario when we have merge::true in the setDoc method. So when we do not specify a field name in the data, the query will ignore that and either it does not delete or add anything. Let's see that in action. So I'm going to empty the data with just opening and closing curly braces and run the code. You can see that nothing happens in the database. If you do not have the merge::true, it will just replace everything to an empty object. Let's take a look at the second scenario. So when we try to update the same key value pair that was already in the database, it also does nothing. I'm going to use the same field name and Ottawa. So in the code inside the empty JavaScript, type name, Ottawa, and run the code. As you can see, nothing changed. The third scenario when we use merge is that if you want to update a value of any existing field, in this case province, say I want to change the value from ON to Ontario, all I have to just pass just that key with the new value. So get rid of the name property and add the key that we want to update to, which is province::Ontario in quotes. Let's run the code and you can see the new value has been added with the existing field. The fourth scenario, what if we want to add a new field? In that case, all you have to do is to just simply add key value pair inside the JavaScript object. So when the query runs, it tries to find a field name inside the document. If it cannot find one, it will just create a new field. Just get rid of the province. Let's add code::613 in quotes. Run the query. You can see the new field called code has been added to the document. Nice. If you want to go beyond this and build a complete real-world app with Firebase, including authentication, data structure, and best practices, I have a full course that covers everything step by step. I will leave the link in the description below. If this video helped, consider subscribing and I will see you in the next one.